I am certified pet professional Amy Lee. The only difference between you and your groomer is knowledge, technique, and tools. It is absolutely my pleasure to share with you the secrets of the grooming industry. So stay put as we get started on this journey together today. Now it's time to meet Duke. He is a beautiful Great Dane. He's about 3 years old. He's going to be our second demo dog. We're going to demo the WashBar on half of Duke, and we're going to demo the Coat Handler Undercoat Control shampoo and conditioner on the other half of Duke, and we're going to compare those products. Before we get Duke in the tub, let's assess his skin. As you can see, guys, it's very dry. I shared a clip of Duke last week in our live stream to tell you that we were going to be using him in the demo. He is very dry. He was washed about 2 weeks ago, but you know, the weather is definitely cold. We have the heat on. I think these things are a factor for Duke, and he's a very short-haired breed, so we're seeing a lot of dry skin. So I think he's gonna be the perfect dog to demo today. I'm so excited, guys. So I'm just gonna use a slicker brush to try to slough off any of that dead, flaky, dry skin before we get him in the bath. I'm just kind of priming his skin and coat and getting him ready to, you know, really cleanse him good. But before that, I think I'm gonna steal a kiss or two. I just love this dog, guys. Okay, let's get him in the tub. So we're gonna start off with that paw treatment. This is wonderful. This is a Tropiclean product, paw and pad. It's a great couple to the facial scrub. I use this a lot this time of year. It's a great moisturizer. So I start with their feet. I'll do all 4 of their feet, and then I'll wash them. I'll let that product sit on them for quite some time before I rinse it off. So now let's thoroughly rinse Duke before we wash him today. I wanna soften up anything on his skin right now so that hopefully we can effectively give him a good bath and have it benefit him. I do want to note I've already made up my mind that I will be conditioning Duke today, even though the WashBar tells us we don't need to condition with it. So here we go. We're using the WashBar. We're going to try to bring his coat and skin to a rich lather and get as much of this product in there and working together with his skin and coat. This product claims to be gentle and soothing on irritated, itchy, or dry skin. And we've already determined that Duke has dry skin right now, so I'm very happy to be demoing this product on Duke. Now you guys know this is the second time I'm using the WashBar. I find that you have to continuously add some water in there, especially when you're washing a bigger dog, to keep the coat and skin wet so that you can get a nice lather out of this product. You can either rub the bar directly on his skin, or you can build a lather in your hands and apply it, you know, up and down his legs or wherever in his armpits, hard to reach areas. Don't forget, guys, we're only washing half of Duke with the WashBar product today, and we're going to use the coat handler on the other half because we do want to compare products. And honestly, already, guys, I feel this product is just a little too dry for a dog's skin. I have my concerns. Now let's rinse that product completely off of Duke. Remember, we never want to leave any residue, any product residue in our dog's skin and coat when we wash them. That's very important. Even if you use the best products, if you don't rinse them out properly, you're doing an injustice to your dog. It's not serving the purpose of bathing them. At this point in the demo, I want to share what his coat feels like right now as I just rinsed the product off of him. It feels extremely clean, like squeaky clean. Now for the coat handler side, guys. We flip Duke around. We're going to heavily rinse his skin and coat, and we're going to apply the coat handler shampoo to the right side of Duke, and we're going to use my Prima bathing system to do that. So you guys are going to get a little demo on that. So let's begin applying the coat handler shampoo to the right side of Duke. Oh, look at that. Don't you just love it? I love the Prima bathing system, guys. I don't know how I survived without it, but I have used it now for about a decade. One of the other things that I like about it so much is the way it mixes the shampoo with water, and then when you apply it to the dog and rinse it off, it leaves no residue behind at all. It just rinses so clean. Now we're going to use some Tropiclean facial scrub to wash Duke's face. Even though the WashBar states that we can't get the product around his eyes or mouth, I use this facial scrub on every dog anyway. I don't ever just put regular shampoo around their eyes. The Tropiclean facial scrub gets used on every dog that I wash in my shop. Okay, now let's just thoroughly rinse everything off of Duke, including the paw treatment that I put in the pads of his feet. Remember when we started this demo, we treated his paws with the Tropiclean pad and paw treatment. Don't forget, when we're done viewing this demo together, I'm going to hop in the chat and we're going to talk about any of these products. Any questions you guys may have, any questions you have for me with using the products and what I thought of them. So make sure you get your questions ready. Also, there are links provided in the description of this video for every product that we're using in this demo. Now it's time for force drying. This is a very important step in taking care of your dog's skin after you bathe them, especially if you're trying to remove dead, flaky, dry skin. You really want to get the skin and coat dry so you can make sure that all of the dry skin has been released from your dog's skin. Because Duke is such a short-haired dog, we can clearly see all the little spots of dry skin that has come off of his skin and coat. It will all heal up. It really will. It's important to remove it. We're going to use a carding knife to smooth down any shedding hair that may be left there for Duke. We're not forcing anything. We're just gliding it off of his coat. And it's also going to remove some more of the dead skin as well. And this is the carding knife. You can purchase it on Amazon if you're interested, and there is a link for this in the description below. The best way for me to describe how you use this tool is like if you were buttering a piece of butter bread. Leave me a comment if there's anything that I can clear up for you guys, or if there's any more detail you need about any of the tools and products that we've used in this demo today. I'm pretty happy with how Duke's coat turned out today, demoing the WashBar product, especially because it's a new product to me. I do notice that side of him feels a little different than the side that I use the coat handler on. The coat handler seems to have just a little bit more moisture. I did condition him completely on both sides with the same conditioner. Next week, we're going to get Duke back in here and we're going to take a look at him together on the grooming table. We're going to look at his skin up close and personal and evaluate and see how dry it is, see which side looks better. Is it the same? We're going to go over that together next week, so you guys are definitely going to want to tune in. And if you're like me, you just can't get enough of Duke. I just can't. Isn't he great? Isn't he beautiful? It's only like 22 degrees outside, so Mom says he must put his coat on to go back home. Are there any Great Dane owners out there in the audience? If you guys have one, leave a comment. Let me know where you're from. Give me some details about your Great Dane. They are really an awesome breed. You don't see a whole lot of them. At least I don't around here. They're very great dogs. I've had the pleasure of knowing Duke since he was about 8 weeks old. I really love him. We've bonded great. He loves me too. I'm his Aunt Amy, and he knows who I am. Duke is loved by many. I'll say that. We'll see you next week, Duke. We got Duke back in here, and his skin is very dry. This is 6 days after we bathed him in the shop. We used the WashBar on this side. We used the Tropiclean natural flea and tick shampoo on this side, and we're seeing some major flakiness. I know, baby. I'm just running a slicker brush down him just to loosen this up, because we're gonna treat this with an Epsom salt mixture, Epsom salt and water, and Mom is gonna apply that to him just once a day until she sees good results, and maybe even for a couple days after that. Right, buddy? Because what do you think, Aaron? I mean, that's a lot.
That's a really lot.
That's a lot of flake.
He's like, is he like
very dry?
Itchy?
Oh, he's itchy.
Yeah.
He's itchy. What's the temperature outside the last few days?
-5.
It's cold. And he has a very short coat. So now Mom keeps a nice jacket on him, which helps a lot. And Duke does enjoy being outside, but his coat can't protect him from that weather. So we're just loosening this up, and we're gonna wipe it off, and we're going to treat him with just a mixture of Epsom salt and hot water. Mix it up and put it in a spray bottle, and it's definitely should give him the relief that he needs. And hopefully the fact that the weather's gonna warm up to in the 40s this weekend, that might help a little too. Let's just clean that off of our big boy. Now I can see that skin. His skin actually looks good, but it's obviously very dry. And that's why he's flaking so terrible bad.
You need to drink more water too.
Well, and I think this time of year, it's probably, if you can avoid it, you know, good idea to avoid over bathing him. Because he has, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Such a short coat, and he definitely gets dry skin in the cold weather because of it. So if you do this, I'd say the best time would probably be in the evening when he's done being outside, like finally ready to settle before bed, because then he'll just rest and leave it alone. Actually, This is supposed to be relaxing for them too. Hell. And then just rub it down into his
She
skin.
swears a lot.
What
Lots
the
of
hell?
swearing. It's a groomer with a mouth.
Yeah, well.
Close your ears.
At
Ear
night,
muff.
if you do this for him
Ear muff.
before bed, then you know you don't have to worry about him going out and being cold because he
Yeah.
has a little bit of this on him. I mixed up a 1/4 cup of the salt
Mhm.
and I boiled a 1/4 cup of water and then dissolved the salt in there and poured it in there, and it makes like a little oil.
Okay.
And that's it. You can
Wow.
put it in a squeeze bottle if that's easier to squeeze it and then rub it in. You know, that might be easier. But it creates like an oil, which is, I found that to be odd, but it's true. It did. Coconut oil is nice and nourishing too. I mean, you could put that on his skin at night too.
Okay.
Like do this and then let this dry. Cause see, this is getting a little chalky.
Oh yeah.
I think that's not that it's drying. That's just the Epsom salt.
Yeah.
But it should heal that stuff up.
The
and
dry
balance it.
skin?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the coconut oil at night, and that all just dissipates pretty quickly. Coconut oil does. By morning, it should be all good.